Well, hello and welcome to another video on the channel. I'm back inside my van. It's a cold day outside. I'm just taking a little break from working just to talk to you about aquascape ecosystem ponds, pondless waterfalls and decorative fountainscapes. And in a moment, I'm going to be telling you all about the differences between them. But the big news for me and as a business is that Viking Garden Creations has now been officially recognized as a certified aquascape contractor. This is something I've been aiming for well, over a year now, and in my head probably 2 years. And what this means is I have now the backing of Aquascape as a company, and Aquascape is an American company, as you've probably seen on my previous videos. I know I'm jumping around here now. If you skip back, I'll send the link up there. I went up to the Aquascape Academy in Milton Keynes. I did a big vlog on it beginning of December. I say they're an American company. They've been around over 30 years, and basically they produce these products and they also install them. So they've been able to road test them, fine tune them over the years. And now what we've got is these products, and I'm going to go back to the term product because I don't really like using it, but you'll see why in a moment. Why I like installing these. You've seen I've got a pond and a stream and a waterfall in my garden, all created from Aquascape products. But really, with Aquascape, it's about creating the lifestyle. You live in the Aquascape lifestyle. And what that means is these ecosystem ponds, they've got no external filters, they've got no UV boxes, pumps, liner on show, all the hoses that unfortunately you get used to seeing in English gardens. You know, when in England you think of a pond as a raised rectangle with fish in, liners on show, horrible filters all on the outside. It's not very pleasing on the eye. It's more of a home for fish. The whole point about Aquascape, it's like I say, it's living the lifestyle. It's a reason to draw you and your family and your friends outside to look at this water feature, because we create them from rock and gravel. All the planting and the landscaping's tied in. It's all done naturally, and what I mean by that is the water's filtered through rock and gravel and biomedia. It creates a beneficial bacteria on the surface of all these stone and gravel that we put in, and it's this, when the water passes through it, it cleans the water naturally, so we don't have to have all these external filters and UV lights sort of clogging up the rest of your garden space. And you know, they blend in. You've got the sound of water, you've got the visual, they can all be lit up. And I've fitted them for, you know, numerous customers now. I've got a few more jobs already lined up this year. But now being a CAC, so what that means is anybody that goes to Aquascape's website and they're interested in having one of these ponds built, Aquascape put them onto me if they're in a location similar to where I work, and then I can go out and I can talk with the potential customer. I can discuss their options to do with their size, location, what they want, how they wants to affect their lifestyle. Have they got pets? Have they got grandchildren? Do they want to be able to go in the pond as well? Do they want it with fish? You've got all these options, and that takes me back to the what I mentioned earlier about the different products. So the main thing people think about is obviously a pond. So the ecosystem pond, as you can see in these pictures here, you can have them just as a pond. You can have a waterfall coming in. You can dress them with the fountainscapes, which I'll go into a minute, on the side as well. You can have streams. It all depends on your space. And I say I can create patios, I can do pathways, I can do the planting, I can do pergolas, wooden decking if you want something that's overhanging the pond so you can sit there and dangle your feet in. We can create beach areas. There's so many options. And I say it just looks so natural doing it this aquascape way. And the other option we have is a pondless waterfall. What this means is if you want the sound and the visual of running water, and the waterfall and the stone and the movement, but you don't want the maintenance of a pond, or you're not interested in fish, not a problem. We can create a waterfall all set to scale to your garden, so it doesn't look ridiculous. It's not this great big volcanic mound in your garden. Everything's landscaped in. We've got the moving water, and basically the water then will run down to an underground hidden reservoir of water, which you can top up manually, or I can tie it in with rainwater harvesting. I will come back to that in a moment. But again, this ties in with my whole business ethos originally of, you know, wildlife friendly gardening. Water brings life. You're going to bring birds in. They're going to be wanting to drink from this running water. They're going to be having a bath. The planting's going to attract pollinators. Again, they're going to need the water to live on as well. So it all ties in. And this is really why I love these Aquascape ecosystem ponds, because, you know, it's just very similar to my mentality as a business. And the final water feature I can install for you is probably the smaller end of things, but still the most impactful, is what we call a decorative fountainscape. So as you can see, on these pictures here, there's a lot of different finishes, if you like. We've got the tall basalt stone columns, we've got the spillway bowls, we've got the stacked slate urns. There's different finishes, configurations. You could have 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, mix and match them. But basically, these sit on an underground reservoir of water that's hidden. Everything's, say, you planted in, it's got the rocks, the boulders, blends in. You'd never know it's under the ground. Again, these can be tied into rainwater harvesting. And what this gives you, it gives you the sound, the sight of running water in more of a smaller footprint. So you can, ideal if you want something as an impact for your front garden, when people are pulling in, you can see this. They can all be lit up, as all these features can, with underwater lights, surface lighting. These are all things that can be added to enhance it, so you can enjoy it from inside as well as outside, from different viewing areas. And I really like these decorative fountainscapes. They're nice statement pieces, but again, if you've not got that bigger space and you want something that's going to give you the sound and visual of running water, going to bring wildlife in, especially birds for drinking and bathing as well, in the top of these bowls. These are just perfect. So there's a whole range of those different options, and I like to say these fountainscapes can be added at the sides of ponds as well. So you've got more of a waterfall coming in one side, you've got water coming in, as you've seen in my garden with the spillway bowl coming in from the side. So there's so many options. So again, being a CAC now, I can talk to you more in depth about the Aquascape products. I will be coming around. I can come around to a consultation. We'll go through a phone call first, discuss what you want. What is it you want out of this for your lifestyle? Is it just for you? Is it for your family? Do you have grandchildren? Would you like your pets to be able to go in it? Would you want to go in it? We're talking then the larger scale of things, these recreational ponds, rec ponds, as you might have heard. Not so much a swim pond, because really a rec pond is more for, so you can go in, you're waist high, you can set some larger stones in there, you can sit, have a drink with your friends. It's more of like a chill out zone within the pond. You can do it with the fish in there, which are all part of the ecosystem, or you don't have to have the fish. It's up to you. Choose it to suit your lifestyle. There's options for everybody. And really the message is, I say, let's get rid of this idea, what we think of in the UK, about a pond, which is a hole in the ground with liner on show, and it's not that pretty. It's either a hole for fish to swim in, or people that have a swimming pond, a swimming pool even. Again, what do you do with it? In England, if you've got a swimming pool, you might be using it 4 to 6 weeks a year when we get the weather. And what happens the rest of the time? You cover it over a liner, and you've got to look at it, the other sort of 10, 11 months of the year. If you do decide you'd like a larger rec pond that you want to go in the summer, perfect. You've got those times in the summer when you can go in, enjoy your water, and then the rest of the year you don't have to cover it up. It's still functioning as a beautiful water feature. It looks natural, it's blending in, you can still walk out to it. It's not covered over with a plastic liner. It's an all year round. It's a bigger investment for you. It's about enhancing your lifestyle. Put your barbecue by it, put a mini bar out there if you want it. Again, these are all things that I can work in with the design. I'd like to say I do the patios, I can do your paving, pergolas, pathways, all your planting, can tie it all in together. So like I say, if you are interested, give me an email, details are here, or give me a call, and then we'll go through a brief chat over the phone, see what you want, get an idea of what your budget is, because it's pointless me coming around for a consultation if you're thinking here and I'm telling you what you want is up here. We can get that all out the way on a phone call, and then I can come around and we can do some sketches, we can chat through it all, and then we'll be in the same ballpark, and then before you know it, all going well, you will be living the aquascape lifestyle.